Russian propaganda inadvertently exposed the location of a military airfield housing light aircraft used to intercept Ukrainian drones, leading to a successful strike by Ukraine's security service that destroyed at least 2 Russian planes. Defense Express reported the information. Ukraine's security service, SBU, has released footage showing a precision drone strike on Russian light aircraft that Moscow had been deploying to counter Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles. The operation stands out for 2 remarkable reasons. The target was identified through Russian state television propaganda, and the aircraft designed to hunt drones were themselves destroyed by drones. The breakthrough came when Russian state TV aired a segment showcasing a unit of light aircraft tasked with intercepting Ukrainian UAVs. Despite not explicitly naming the location, the broadcast provided enough visual information for open-source intelligence analysts to geolocate the facility. Defense Express independently identified the site on October the 15th as Korsak airfield, located near the village of Pryazovske, approximately 12 miles southeast of occupied Melitopol. The airfield had recently undergone renovations, with Russia completing runway resurfacing in early September, a clear indication of Moscow's plans to utilize the facility for ongoing operations. Ukrainian forces conducted extensive surveillance of the target before launching the attack, identifying specific aircraft types being used by Russian forces. The strike, carried out by 2 Ukrainian attack drones and documented by a reconnaissance UAV, resulted in the destruction of at least 2 aircraft. One of the destroyed planes appears to be a Yak-52 trainer aircraft, possibly the same one featured in the Russian propaganda piece with the registration number RA1874G. The second aircraft was identified as a high-wing plane, likely a Cessna 172 that Russian forces had modified with a twin machine gun mount installed beneath the fuselage. Interestingly, footage from the Russian broadcast had shown these Cessna aircraft at a different, unidentified military airfield. The incident underscores the risks of operational security failures in modern warfare. Analysts were able to pinpoint the airfield's location using seemingly minor details visible in the broadcast, including terrain features, fresh asphalt, utility poles, and nearby settlements. Ukrainian military experts warn that Russian intelligence services employ similar open-source analysis techniques on Ukrainian military footage, emphasizing the need for careful information security on both sides of the conflict. Recently, Ukraine's security service announced that it had destroyed 2 Russian light aircraft used to intercept Ukrainian long-range drones. The SBU press center reported that the aircraft were located at Russian airfields in temporarily occupied territories. These planes had been deployed by Russian forces to target Ukrainian long-range unmanned aerial vehicles. Our specialists destroyed 2 light aircraft that the occupiers had stationed at airfields and used to shoot down Ukrainian long-range drones, the agency stated. The operation was conducted by the SBU's Center for Special Operations A. The service noted that such actions clear the way for Ukraine's long-range drone operations, ensuring what it described as uninterrupted strikes deep into Russian-controlled areas. The SBU continues to strike the occupiers by all available means. They will be held accountable for every crime, the statement added.
In a number of Russian regions, there is a breakdown in the campaign to recruit contract soldiers to the Russian armed forces. This was reported by the main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine. The situation is said to be the worst in the poorest regions, such as the Sakha Republic of Yakutia. According to internal documents from the Russian Ministry of Defense, the average shortfall in the selection points in Yakutia is about 40% of the norms set by Moscow. The reasons are said to be insufficient regional payments, as well as the reluctance of local authorities to actively support recruitment. In addition, intelligence notes that the failure of the campaign was influenced by significant losses among the local population, in particular representatives of ethnic groups, Yakuts, Evenks and Evens, who do not want to fight for the interests of Moscow. A similar situation is observed in other Far Eastern regions of Russia. Meanwhile, the Kremlin is trying to compensate for the shortage of soldiers by actively recruiting foreigners. At least 270 mercenaries from Kazakhstan who fought on the side of the Russian Federation are known to have died or gone missing. Ukraine's intelligence agency reminded Russian soldiers that they still have a chance to save their lives. Every Russian serviceman who does not want to die in meat assaults can choose life, the statement said, referring to Russia's repeated use of costly frontal assaults. To do so, they can contact the I Want to Live project via its Telegram bot. The I Want to Live initiative, launched by Ukraine, provides instructions and guarantees for Russian soldiers seeking to surrender safely to Ukrainian forces. Recall, Russia has called up approximately 280,000 military personnel under contract since the start of the year and is on track to achieve its recruitment goals, Vadim Skibitsky, the deputy head of Ukraine's military intelligence agency, said. HUR reported in August that the Kremlin aimed to enlist 343,000 people in 2025 and was exceeding its monthly recruitment targets. According to our data, as of September 1, 2025, the Kremlin has called up about 280,000 military personnel under contract, Skibitsky said. Russia owes its recruitment success to strong financial support and propaganda campaigns, Skibitsky said. Moscow makes large payments to contract soldiers, with the current rate for signing a first contract at 2 million rubles or about $24,612.